Today we will recap the comedy action movie Ride Along, starring Stone Cold Ice Cube as James and my young nigga and glorious baller king Kevin Hart as Ben. The movie starts off with undercover detective James Payton, who is on a falsifying passports operation run by Omar. After a shootout with the ops, his fat-ass lieutenant asks him to drop the case, which the stubborn motherfucker does not, because he stands on business. Ben Barber, a goofy-ass black-ass short-ass high school security guard who plays video games in his spare time, applies to the Atlanta City Police Academy. He asks James for his blessing to marry his sister, Angela. James tells Ben has to go on a ride-along first to prove he is a true Rizzler. If successful, he will recommend him for the academy, and give his blessing. Taking Ben to the station, James asks Dispatch to give him all the 126s that are called in, which he has Ben take care of. Questioning the informant Run Flat, James uncovers the connection between Serbia and Omar and hears a shipment will come in later that day. Leaving the park, James takes Ben's soy ass to the local shooting range and finds out that Zastava M92s have been given to the store. When a 1-26 is called in, Ben and James go to the Sweet Auburn Curb Market, where drunken Crazy Cody is being disorderly. Lil Bro tries to subdue him but cannot, so James arrests him. Ben asks to be taken home before Angela's call. He tells her about his stressful day, and she tells him James plays poker with a guy named Crazy Cody, and that 126s are code for annoying situations for newbies as a joke. He then goes into the police station and sees Cody roasting his dumbass with James, Santiago, and Miggs. Upset, Ben refuses to go home and instead takes a 1-26 for a disturbance at a strip club. There, two men get into a Mexican standoff with James and Ben, which Ben believes is another Falsy Tube prank and goofs around like a anti-government schizo. James subdues them, then they are tipped off about a gun deal with Omar's men. Ben confronts James about the 126s but is obviously a beta cuck. James receives a call from Santiago in the car, finding out that Runflat had turned himself in. Ben says Runflat's brother told him in the park that Runflat had just got out of prison. News to James, so, another clue. They talk to Runflat's other brother, Chicken Wing Tyrone, to get the location of the gun deal. During the conversation, Ben accidentally shoots Chicken Wing Tyrone, who reveals where and when the deal will take place. Deciding to infiltrate the warehouse with Santiago and Miggs, James leaves Ben in the car because he didn't remember ordering a Yappuccino from him. Miggs and Santiago betray him, turning out to be crooked cops working for Omar. James is then tied up, which Ben sees. Santiago mocks and criticizes James for having negative senthal tilt and prey eyes. As the deal begins, my beautiful Hyperborean black-pilled goat Ben pretends to be Omar, as no one has ever seen the real Omar. In what can only be described as peak comedy, Ben, who is pretending to be Omar, slaps James in the face, breaking his mewing streak. He then actually lets watch that one more time in slow motion. Successfully fooling them, Ben wreaks havoc at the deal, and just as he is about to leave with James, the real Omar appears. A shootout ensues, and many of Omar's men are killed. Ben shows his Aryan spirit and knowledge of battle, thanks to his gaming. James and Ben take the money from the deal and escape before the warehouse explodes as Ben's grenade hits a box of explosives and destroys James's trash-ass car. Unbeknownst to them, Santiago, Miggs and Omar escape. Santiago and Miggs arrive at Angela's apartment, tying her up. As she was playing one of Ben's interactive games, Ben's fellow consumer 9-to-5 soy motherfuckers hear the confrontation between Angela, Miggs and Santiago through Ben's headset. At the hospital, being treated for a gunshot wound in the leg, Ben receives a call from a fellow gooner, who tells James a Riz party is going on at the apartment. After seeing cops arriving at the hospital, James and Ben sneak out to the apartment. James injures Miggs, before fighting with Santiago. As Santiago is about to shoot him, Angela knocks him out. Ben's useless ass obviously gets knocked the fuck out by Omar in a fight, who then takes the bag of money, comes on Ben, and takes Angela. James follows Omar and Angela, confronting him. Just as Omar is about to shoot James, Ben locks the fuck in and slides over a car and kicks him. James shoots Omar twice, injuring him. Police arrest Omar, Miggs, and Santiago, and James finally gives Ben his blessing. Ben and Angela are engaged, and Ben is weeks away from graduating from the police academy. At a barbecue at James's, Ben's Looney Tunes Drake ass blows up the barbecue and goes flying into the bushes, killing the neighbor's dog. Ben then tells Kevin G to oil up his yacht and then the movie ends.